Hello there, only one Kenobi here, only one. Trying to get creative with the shots there. It's nice that, isn't it, having something in the background. Foreground there. Anyway, excuse me, anyway. Yeah, this is the Droids line. I was going to film this a few days ago, but I never got round to it. But the day I'm actually filming this was the day of the Book of Boba Fett, Season 1, Episode 1. And if you want to know my thoughts on it, I'll probably end up talking about it in this video, but check out my review, my bambling review. Yeah, so here is the Droids line anyway. Don't have any nostalgic tie with any of these cardbacks. I have no living memory of these existing. In fact, my memory only remembers, does that make sense? I only have a memory of Ewoks, as in seeing that cartoon. But I dare say this was on as well in the UK, but I definitely remember watching Ewoks. Were 3PO and R2 in that as well? I don't know, but anyway, certainly I remember them saying things like yum yum, yum yum, like, you know, Wicket said that. But I don't ever remember seeing droids, and I certainly don't remember ever getting any of these figures. But check these cards out. I do appreciate the nostalgic element of all of these, and that's why I've got them, because you know it's they're variants of normal cards. And speaking of which, yes, I have figures everywhere in here. What have I done with them? What have I done with them? Bear with me a minute, please. I was going to show you, sorry about that, I was going to show you the Star Wars Lost Line card backs that they did that were in the Carbonite Jar Jar set, but this is another thing that they could probably do in the future. I said eons ago about them doing Power of the Force card backs, last 17 or whatever, and then they did do this, and you know, it begs the question if they'll ever do more. But it would give them a reason to re-release a few things. Like they could definitely do Luke and R2 and loads of other characters on here. But anyway, digressing, the Droids lines, here's all three of them. My good friend, the Black Dart Ewoks, he's done loads of videos of this. I think he's well into it. He loves his classic Kenner. So this floats his boat, and I do like the carbacks. I like them for what they are. They're a nostalgic tip of the hat to a line of figures and cards and whatever that existed years ago. But the one thing I really want to highlight with this video is what are the coins, what have they done them with? I'll come to Boba Fett in a minute. Look, see, that is so shiny. Is that vac metal? BOE says not. He thinks it's dipped in some sort of shiny paint. But then we got talking about other cardbacks that might have coins in them and stuff. So that's why I've got this guy here. I just so happen to have him literally lying around. And why is he here? Oh yes, I was just going to say about animated lines. Like, these are animated, and can't wait to open that. And these cardbacks, I love them, and I love that series anyway, as you know. Gandhi Tartakovsky's Clone Wars, definitive, brilliant. And yeah, this actually, BOE, if you're watching, is not that shiny. I actually thought these were vac metalled because they were around about the time they might have last done it, but no. It's hard to tell in here actually, but it's almost like they're definitely done with silver paint, whereas these look ultra shiny like a vac metal 3PO would. It's hard to tell because you're getting a direct light shining right into the camera lens, but believe you me, there you go, you might get an idea of it. I lost the contrast there. Believe you me, when you've got them in hand, you see it. That brings me to the figures and cards themselves. What have you got in hand? Because I know that these are apparently like rare as rock, you know what? I've heard that phrase. I love that phrase. These are really rare apparently already, and there's a lot of people clambering over getting Fett. I know that Lara V, patron, loyal supporter of the channel, is after one of these still, Lara, and I only have the one myself. I didn't really intend on opening these, so I only bought one set, which is a shame because let's have a look at the damage on this Fett here. Look at that. You see that's the one of all cards to have a bit of damage on. That one has there, you see. Yeah, it's got a vein on it, and then they're slipping a bit. There they are. These are the cardbacks I was talking about. I don't have anything to prop the cardbacks up with, so I had these lying around. I haven't put them on the wall yet because I've been rearranging this room, just so you know. Anyway, making you flight sick again, whipping the camera again. So they are awesome. There's a few people, I think Ryan Byrne, you're not into these, are you? You don't like alternative cardbacks. I don't mind them. These are the classic Kenners, and speaking of what I remember as a kid, I definitely remember these. I love the fact I've got a living memory of seeing them in shops and opening them. These not, definitely not. Nobody's ever seen them. That's what the original Kenner design was gonna be. But anyway, digressing. So these are great, and it was never my intention to open them. This figure here is just like the Boba Fett that was the... Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut, and I'm going to go and get them all loose so you can see which figures they are. One moment, please. Alright, and here they all are. I've got 3 figures here. These are the exact same figures, obviously painted differently, albeit better this way, because that's how you remember Fett in the movie. And then here is how you'd see him in the cartoon. But I like the fact that do you know what? It doesn't even look like the same figure, does it? That's more reminiscent of speaking of the 30th anniversary, they had I think it was that line, it was the Fett with from the holiday special, basically. I am Boba Fett. I like the way he says that in this new Fett series, Book of Boba Fett. Anyway, that's that figure, and I've got my issues with this one. Shortly I'll be doing my top 5 of the year. Much as I like this figure a lot, it really boils my you-know-what when it just will not stand up. Look at him. Got him on this thing, he will really easily fall back, and I don't know how to stand him, because I can't have him standing straight. Do I need to bend him forward a bit more? It doesn't seem right. Anyway, let me know if you also find that about this figure. Peg holes very shallow, like a lot of them. This is the other figure. It's a lovely 3PO, that, although it would be great if he shined a bit more. But as for this one, it'd be nice to see what he's like loose, but very dull, isn't it? It's almost like these look like prototypes, and prototype figures are, pretty hot at the minute, what with the prototype Fetts and all of that. And then we have the R2 here. Weird looking droid, isn't it? Like that. There's that thing, BOE. I was telling you about that diagonal. Whoa! It looked like grey electrical tape or something on it, but it's not. All it is I think there's a little bit of... Can you see that elastic band there going diagonally? It looked like someone had put some grey tape across his chest, and there was like a few creases in it, but no, there you go. It's a nice droid, that. It's a nice figure of R2. Very basic looking there, but it'd be alright in an X-Wing or something like that. But this is the figure, and that is the VC blah 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 blah. Is it VC 20, that one, or 25? Can't remember. But it's got all that chest articulation there, which is really good. And I think I've lost it. He's fallen on the floor, hasn't he? Oof, I found it on the carpet there. That's one thing about I love the scale, but sometimes these little accessories, you've got to be very careful. You can lose them, I was spending about half an hour the other day looking for Bo-Katan's blaster. But look at that droid. It's lovely, that R2, actually, isn't it? And then these are going to look great on the wall somewhere. There'll be a place for them if I can find that space. Actually, I am running out of wall space. I hope I've shown you these cards. I hope I've shown you them to your satisfaction. I'll pan over them one final time as I say goodbye. I was just having a few conversations online after I did my review of the Book of Boba Fett, and one thing that we remarked was the Sarlacc pit scene being quite short. Oh, spoilers, by the way, if you've not seen the Book of Boba Fett, please don't listen to this last bit. But the Sarlacc sequence was very short. What I'm really hoping for is that they elaborate on that, because he was out, and I wanted a bit more. How did he get out? Other than setting off his flamethrower, but. My hope is that in The Mandalorian you saw multiple flashbacks of Din Djarin when he was a young child, and his parents, they were trying to get him away from the super battle droids and stuff. You saw that flashback several times, and it got longer and longer each time they showed it. I'm hoping that they were going to do that, and we'll see a little bit more about him inside the Sarlacc. But I want to see that beast, really fighting to keep him in. Thank you very much for watching this. There's one thing I have forgotten. I haven't shown you the back of the cards. God, there's probably people thinking I haven't and they've left already, but there's a few people on my channel who are regulars and they tell me off if I don't show them the back. So I'm going to flip it around and show you now. They're all the same. There you go. There's not much to show you really. The bubbles, may I also remark, are very different. Not only do they have that coin in, but they're very square, angular. And speaking of which, is that the same as this guy? No, he's very much like the regular TVC with the curved bubble as opposed to very straight edges, that, and it square. interesting. Maybe that's a reflection of what they were like years ago. Anyway, oh, they stand up quite well on their own. I didn't need those things in the background. Oh well. I hope you have enjoyed that video. Thank you very much for watching. I have been only One Kenobi. Only one. Stay tuned. I'll be opening him soon. And that guy too. Oh yeah, lots to come. Out.